concern.
Right.
Because that sucks.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm like, damn. I mean, if I'm really a threat to you, and that was a legitimate concern on your end, then I'm like, fuck. Am I treading water with you right now? Because right now I see bigger problems for me than you. And now that we're into the predicament in which you're trying to earn my vote, or to be in the end, or whatever, or we're combating as kings of countries to take out other countries because we know that there are other countries that may be more fierce in the long term. What the fuck do we do now? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because my gameplay, I mean, my vote will go to the person that plays the game well. But if I get like shafted, like I think backdooring is a bullshit move in the game, I don't think that that's a strategy. I don't think that's a very strategic play. Personally, that's not my way of believing things. I mean, a lot of people that have already been killed off in this game were people that are really good players, and a lot of players that are still left in this game are people that aren't even playing yet.
Right.
And that bugs me.
Well,
but that's just the way it is.
The thing is that you need to kill off the strong people first because they're strong players.
And I think that we've killed off people that aren't necessarily, I mean, they never got a chance to develop as strong players, and there are people that are strong in this competition now that definitely, if I or you personally were to go in the end, I think you'd have extreme difficulty winning the whole thing. I know if I went up against Jamaica, I wouldn't win. I know if I went up against Eric, I probably wouldn't win. And if I went up against you, it'd be probably really damn close.
Yeah.
And maybe even with Danielle, I probably wouldn't win. I don't know.
Honestly, I just want to tell you that Danielle's strategy in this game, her competitiveness, her fierceness, is something that I don't want to deal with.
Oh, fuck no. Two POVs and an HOH?
I do not want to deal with that girl in this house.
Well, I understand, but it's just hard for me to cripple that side. I mean, honestly, both people, strategically, in my opinion, with having 5 other people that are breathing down my neck. And I mean that because I'm not part of a group. And nobody ever wanted me to be a part of you guys' little clique. I mean, call it what you will. Maybe I've been passed around for 3 weeks as a pass-around vote, that it doesn't really matter so much. You know? I mean, Eric obviously tried to get my vote last night.
Right.
But he tried 40 days into it.
Too late, yeah.
Well, come on. I mean, even with Kale, fuck, I don't want to vote for her. But what I'm looking at now is, overall, I have a pretty good situation with you. I'd like to think that it was, pretty good. I mean, if you really wanted me to go up, I mean, when I heard that, I was like, well, I don't understand why that is, because I'm not really, I haven't done anything.
Right.
I mean, I'm just kind of dicking around. So.
Well, that's why when your name came up, and I'm not going to name names, but you know that Jamaica threw it out there, but more than just her, tried to back that up. And I was in a situation where I was the decision maker, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
Well, I know that Eric hasn't backed me up either. I know that for a fact. Guaranteed.
Hasn't backed you up? What do you mean?
Has thrown my name on the block. 100%. I know that.
Well, and during the weeks when Mike and last week when Nick left, Dick, thinking he was the ringleader throughout all of this, was saying that we need to get the people that were in that alliance out, because they're going to be the people who are going to be the strongest players, and I want them gone because they're going to be threats to everybody. And that's when he spread the rumors and started the lies with...
But see, that's a bunch of bullshit, and the only reason you guys are banded together is because you guys are what's left. You didn't have a choice. You either band together or you fall apart. I mean, realistically, that's pretty much it. You guys didn't choose to be a group. You guys choose to be a group because we already chose to be a group on the outside, and it backfired. And you guys had a free way to coast for 3 or 4 weeks if you guys banded together. Now that's not the case anymore. If you guys, I mean, seriously, if you get to the point to where this group of 5 or whatever you guys are doing are going to have to start picking each other off,
Absolutely.
you're going to fucking lose the game. You're not going to win.
What do you mean lose the game?
If it comes down to, okay, say I go home, say Danielle goes home next week, I go home the next week, Jen goes home the next week. Well, well, guaranteed, right there, if you 5 are in it, you've got Dick, Jen, me, and Danielle. I guarantee you that, obviously, us 4, are going to determine who wins the game.
Right.
Because we're the keys that hold your names.
Right.
We collectively decide if you're going to walk out with 500 or not.
Yeah.
And that's the honest truth. It doesn't matter how many people you pick off that are left. We're the 4 people that have votes, and you need 7 votes. There's 7 total votes, and 4 of us make the votes. So what I'm trying to get at with you is that you need to figure out amongst the group of you if you and I can come up with a understanding or something. And I'm not asking for anything at this point.
Right.
But I'm telling you that if we or you and Eric or you and Jamaica or whoever, if you guys don't start collectively start pulling that group apart, in the end you're going to lose. Because if you go up and you shaft me or whatever, or Dick's obviously hates you or whatever, you're not going to win at the end, because the votes at the end won't matter for shit.
Here's what happens.
You'll be in the final 2, but you won't win.
Is that Dick claims that he will never vote for Eric, Amber, me, or Jamaica. He will never vote for us.
If one of the two,
he has to.
He does.
And so that's when I'm just like, you're full of shit, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to vote for one of us.
Right.
And I think that right now, one by one, week by week, you guys will go into that sequester house and you will not be a part of the game.
Well, but you will remember the things that were the worst about those people. You won't remember the good things. I mean, realistically, come on.